Hello everyone, my name is Evelyn and I am the Lush Gamer. And I wanted to do a look at all the Souls-like games that have been coming out, a lot of them. And when I was getting ready to do this, I realized that in order to do it, you need to set a proper baseline for it. And what better game to start out with for that baseline than the originator of it all, Dark Souls. I was considering doing Dark Souls 2 or Dark Souls 3 for it, but I feel like the original one that inspired all of the followers and the two sequels, Bloodborne, all that kind of stuff, I feel like that should be the one I start with. And no, not Demon Souls. Maybe Demon Souls eventually, but I think Dark Souls is really the advent of the Souls-like as the concept, as it was the more mainstream version, because Demon Souls, unfortunately, didn't do too well when it released and stuff like that. But yeah, it's been a while since I played this game. Probably going to be doing just a standard build, sword and shield build, just to keep things easy. It's been a while since I played this last. I'm not going to be doing anything with the brightness. Let's see. All that stuff should be fine. Yeah, that's all fine. I assume that's good. Alrighty. So, God, what do I want my name to be? I'll just go with Evelyn for now. Just start out with that. Let's see. There you go. Enter that. Yeah, we'll be a dude for right now. I feel like I should just go with the straight warrior. I think the knight, yeah, he has higher HP, which could be better. I kind of like the even split between the strength and dexterity, though. I'm going to do a regular warrior, I think. For this, I'm going to go with the master key. Oh, wait. See, normally what you do is you go, not hunter, you go thief, because he always gets the master key, and then you go with fire bombs in order to easily kill the asylum demon, not the straight demon that's below. But yeah, I'm not going to do that. Let's do very slim, why not? Alright, let's go. And I feel like we should have a receding hairline. I feel like we're doing like a midlife crisis or something like that. Midlife crisis, that's why we're adventuring right now. Hairline's receding, and we can't get a goddamn, a Miata. Or I can't go buy a sports car like a Viper or anything like that. So I was like, well, you might as well go and try and seek adventure and stuff like that. We're pretty much Sigmire. We're pretty much Sigmire up in here. Except we're going to succeed where he failed. Hopefully.
In the age of ancients, the world was unformed, shrouded by fog. A land of grey crags, arch trees, and everlasting dragons. But then there was fire. And with fire came disparity. Heat and cold, life and death, and of course, light and dark. Then from the dark they came and found the souls of lords within the flame. Nito, the first of the dead. The Witch of Izalith and her daughters of Chaos. Gwyn, the Lord of Sunlight, and his faithful knights. And the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten. With the strength of lords, they challenge the dragons. Gwyn's mighty bolts peeled apart their stone scales. The witches weaved great firestorms. Nito unleashed a miasma of death and disease. And Seath the Scaleless betrayed his own, and the dragons were no more. Thus began the Age of Fire. But soon the flames will fade, and only dark will remain. Even now, there are only embers. And man sees not light, but only endless nights. And amongst the living are seen carriers of the accursed dark sign. Yes, indeed. The dark sign brands the undead. And in this land, the undead are corralled and led to the north. Where they are locked away to await the end of the world. This is your fate.
Alrighty, and we're in the game. I love that cutscene. I really do. It's really good. And the guy threw our stuff down to us because they were very kind enough to arrest us and put us in here in our armor. But the guy who threw the key down, that's Oscar. We're gonna meet him in a second. Or not a second, we're gonna meet him in a little bit. But yeah, let's go ahead and go through here. I did take the master key, yeah. Just want to make sure of that. Made that mistake before and thought I took it. Didn't, and went places that I really wanted to go and couldn't get through because no master key. I had to go back up certain places I really didn't want to. Alrighty. First bonfire, we're not gonna go ahead and fight this guy because it'll take forever and we don't have the fire bombs to just immediately kill him. And this is not a challenge run. Like, maybe in the future I can do challenge runs for this, but for right now, no. No, not right now. It's been too long since I played this game. Like, I'm expecting to die on, well, maybe not quite a bit, but definitely on a few of these ones. Especially the early game ones. I think Capra is going to be a big deal. But yeah, I think what I'm going to be trying to go for today is getting through the Undead Asylum. And probably getting through the lower Undead Burg. And depending on where time is, maybe the Undead Parish as well. But I don't know if it depends on how long it takes for me to get up there. That's right, run. Alrighty. God, it's so weird. I haven't played this game in so long, and I played the other Souls game recently, and it's just how stiff these controls feel in comparison, I guess would be the thing to say. Not that it's bad. Like, I'm fine with the controls and all like that. It's noticeably stiffer. Can't go up there just yet. Alright. I need to get the key by the crow. This I do remember. Alrighty. What I like is that when you come back here... Oh, this is Oscar. I believe his name was Oscar, at least.
You're no hollow.
No, I'm not a hollow.
I'm done for, I'm afraid.
I look like a hot dog man, but I'm not a hollow yet.
And then lose my sanity. I wish to ask something of you. You and I, we're both undead. Hear me out, will you? Regrettably,
Alright.
I have failed in my mission.
I can see.
Perhaps you can keep the torch lit. There is an old saying in my family. Thou who art undead art chosen, and thine exodus from the Undead Asylum maketh pilgrimage to the land of ancient lords. When thou ringeth the bell of awakening, the fate of the undead thou shalt know. Well, now you know. And I can die with hope in my heart. Oh, one more thing. Here, take this. An Estus flask. An undead favorite. Oh, and this. Now I must bid farewell. I would hate to harm you after death. So go now, and thank you.
Alrighty. So, an interesting thing about Oscar, it looks like he was smashed through the ceiling, so probably the demon who jumped down and tried to smash us. He probably did the same to this guy, which is why he's dying. And also, kind of an interesting thing, we're not guaranteed to be the chosen undead here. So he is just dying for us on, like, a hope. Like a whim that we might be the chosen undead of legend. Oh, that's him dying right there. Oh, at least he gave us 100 souls when he died. That's kind of him. Or that, or we're just like a goddamn hoover for souls. Anyone who dies near us, we just absorb. It's kind of Lovecraftian in a way, which I guess Miyazaki does take inspiration from in both, what is it, Demon Souls and Dark Souls, as well as Bloodborne more specifically. Even some of the recent stuff, even Sekiro has some Lovecraftian elements to it. Not explicitly referencing a Lovecraft thing, but just in terms of themes. A greater existential dread. Can I parry you? I need to try and get my parries. No, parry timing is just off. Yeah, I'm not gonna die to that guy. I'll just get around back and smack him. Hey, that dude is there. What the hell, he like hear me? Yes, he tried to attack me. That's another thing they kind of get rid of from later Dark Souls games. They got rid of drop attacks and things like that. And this is like, okay, why? Alright, come on. Need to get up in that taint. And get up in those cheeks. Oh wait, not now, not now. Alright, here we go. First boss down, easy enough. And that's the, I I think this is the northern. Well, I guess it's just called the Undead Asylum. For some reason, I keep wanting to call it Northern Undead Asylum. I think it probably is the name, but I mean, we never get to like a Southern Undead Asylum or anything like that. So just Undead Asylum. Let's go. Man, I wish there were other Undead Asylums you could just go to, all guarded by that instead of coming back here per se. But I mean, what can you do? Oh yeah. Don't have anything to trade, but I think it was over here. Oh. Somewhere around here, there's like not a vendor, but a crow that you can trade things to. Is it Sparkly Snuggly? Yeah, it's right here. What is the name of this one? Can't get to him yet, so he cannot introduce himself. Because there's like, what is it, Pumpa Rum and whatnot from Dark Souls 3. Like, it's like Shiny Sparkly or something like that. I don't remember. Anyway, let's go get abducted by a crow.
That one day an undead shall be chosen.
Alrighty.
To leave the Undead Asylum in pilgrimage.
So,
to the land of the ancient lords.
Going to Lordran.
Lordran.
And that is another weird thing about Dark Souls and the sequels in a way. Well, maybe not the sequels, but more so Dark Souls 3, because Dark Souls 2 was just like, for the most part, Dark Souls 1 happened and just kind of affected the world in different ways, but we're not going to really try and answer questions. Dark Souls 3, trying to provide just nothing but fan answers, they never really addressed Velka. And Velka kinda has a lot to do in Dark Souls 1 in terms of just influence over it. Like, Velka's the only reason that the chosen undead got here, in a way. And at least we think, at least I think it's Velka, because Velka's thing is, her whole thing is crows. And that looks like a pretty giant godlike crow to me, but you know. Can't say for sure, because they didn't address it in Dark Souls 3, which they wanted to answer a lot of useless questions. You're like, oh, what was Gwyn's lost son? Which turned out to be very stupid. I'm just gonna go over just standard strength right now. Put 16-inch strength, let's go with that. But yeah, it's like we found out him, which I still feel like the Nameless King was literally just to like address the fan theories, like, no, we don't want Gwyn's son to be Solaire, even though it does kind of make sense for it to be that, and makes sense more thematically than just Nameless King. Because frankly, that boss really means nothing. Aside from an obnoxious fight. Let's see. Don't throw a fireball when we do. Okay, he missed. Ow. Yeah, careful that one. I think that was the frenzy attack. Like, even in my later playthrough of Dark Souls, like, I sometimes underestimate those guys and just get frenzy attacked. It's like, the frenzy attack doesn't do much damage, but the problem is it just stun locks you. And usually when a guy does that, there's someone else following up to, like, get you from behind. And it's not a good feel. Also, I think Dark Souls 1, out of all of them, definitely has the most disgusting rats. Because I think this is the one that has like the rats with like the pustules of horribleness on them. And I was like, ugh. I was like, I have a thing with vermin in general. The idea that vermin having vermin is just gross. Alright, so the Undead Burg, the living area of Lordran, which I wonder how. Sometimes I wonder how like Lordran functions in terms of just like city layout economically, because, like, what kind of city is Lordran? Like, does it export anything? Wait, what dictates that? How do people make money? How do people afford these dwellings? Because this is where the common folk live. And I'm not saying this is like grand stakes or anything like that, but I'm just saying if this was New York, like this roof access apartment right now would probably cost a small fortune. Let's see. Roof and alley access too. He has 2 ways of entering his house. Goes to a nice little bridge area. Assuming this is just another house area as well. Going into... Well, I don't know what this is actually. Just like a vestibule, potentially another house, or maybe just like a... I feel it's more like a vestibule actually. A transitory area. Oh, forgot about you guys. Off. That's another thing I feel like Dark Souls 1 does more than Dark Souls 2 and 3. There's a lot of that. A lot of ricocheting off walls, which I don't remember happening too much in Dark Souls 3, especially comparatively, and only a little in Dark Souls 2. And I feel like Dark Souls 1 definitely has the most consequence for not placing your swings correctly. Because like, oh yeah, you get stunned for that half a second to a second, and now you're about to take damage. I guess that is kind of mitigated by the fact that Dark Souls 1, you also take the least amount of damage from enemies. Compared to the other Souls games, but still. I kind of like that consequence. You have to kind of think through how you want to swing. I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of people who don't and just like, I want to do the same swing no matter what, just move to a more open area. Which, again, is still taking into account your environment, but still. I feel like the point stands. I think you have to get on the roof in order to jump over there. Oh, yeah, Drake. It's another friend we'll meet later. He's just showing himself right now to let us know that there are dragons. This indeed is a fantasy world. If all the fantasy-looking things did not tip you off already. Like, no, this is not just medieval Europe somewhere, even though it is pretty much themed after that. But yeah, no, it's like, I wonder what the function of this city is, because they built these dwellings literally in and around an aqueduct, and the aqueduct is the entrance, and if you look down, it's just like above a bottomless chasm, so it's just strange. Like, I kind of like the idea of them maybe like doing like a medieval version of air conditioning, because like it'd be pretty drafty up here, right? So it's like they're constantly putting windows, walls, and stuff like that, and just take advantage of draft like that and just export that. But I don't know. Or have a series of tubes to funnel that to dwellings and things like that. But yeah, no, I wonder what makes this a profitable city, or what it is to make it worth building a town up here. Because I'm just trying to think of like local geography that is close enough to it, and I can't think of anything. It's like Darkroot Garden, maybe for water. Like, I'm trying to think. Does the aqueduct really funnel into Darkroot? But no, not really, because up there, that's Anor Londo. The aqueduct would supply Anor Londo with water, and it goes past the depths, really. Yeah, I have no idea. This guy, if you want to get the Uchigatana, you kill him. I don't really care about the Uchigatana right now. I'm not trying to do PvP stuff. Residence Key, I don't think actually, I don't know, actually. I think I can unlock, what's his name, the wizard guy. Why am I forgetting his name all of a sudden? It's not Big Hat Logan. God, I cannot remember. Yeah, I can't wait to get the claymore just to extend my reach a little bit. Like, I never use the longsword in this game, just in general. I just do not like the hitbox for it. I prefer the broadsword because I think it does more damage and has a little bit faster swing animation, or the claymore for the reach. And then if you're trying to hit really hard, this Y-hander, I guess. Throwing knives, nice. Oh, here's the important question. What do I have as my jump? Okay, I did switch it to the. I did switch it to L3, which is the better way to do it, because in the original Dark Souls it was just double tapping B, or I guess circle on Xbox, and that's terrible. Or a circle on PlayStation, and that's really bad. Like, I don't in general like buttons like that, especially when they're not really good at being context sensitive, because I think it's on like Gears of War. Gears of War did that fine. Like, I never had issues with inputs in Gears of War, but the fact that you already have to be holding down B to be running, and you have to, it's just weird. You have to be running for a certain amount of time before, because you can't just double tap B, because then you'll just like run roll. You have to hold it down for a bit, then like double tap in the middle of running, and it's really clunky input. So I'm really glad they brought that over, because I think they introduced that in Dark Souls 2, where you could switch it to L3. And yeah, that's definitely the better way to do it, because again, it's just removing inputs on one button. Alrighty, so I'm gonna level up some more. I feel like endurance more, so I can do it only once. That kind of sucks, but I value endurance a little bit more than health a lot of the time. Hey, dude. Just because endurance allows you to swing more. And we're coming to the place I might die, because I'm going to try and mess with the Black Knight. I'm not sure if I'm going to get killed by him or not, but I really need to practice my parrying. And yeah. I feel like I should have stunned him out of that, but whatever. Behind him and stab him up the butt. Can't go down there just yet, but that'll lead us to the lower Undead Burg, which that'll come later. I'll do Undead Parish and lower Undead Burg next time. Yeah, some attacks me enter, some can't. Alrighty, not a mimic. Is this lightning? No, this isn't lightning. This is black fire bombs. Okay, that's fine. Alrighty, so we're gonna be going up here. Gotta take care of these two. Wow. Thank God I have the heater shield. I think the heater shield does give you a little bit of fire damage. Not much, but enough for it to not really matter. Gotta proceed up here. I remember this, like, ever since the first time. It's like, oh, like, this guy only had to get one shot off on me. And it's like, oh, I remember where you are every single time. It didn't even kill me, it was just annoying. But yeah, that's how Dark Souls is sometimes. It's like one thing can just kind of traumatize you. It's like, I remember you all the time. Like, Bloodborne has an area like that in the opening area, where there's a guy hiding behind a corner and he'll always do like a jumping attack at you. And I always make sure to roll past him, because like, yeah, I remember you every single time now. Oh god, I really hate these guys. I don't want to go forward to risk aggroing the other swordsmen. I have to deal with this guy at the same time, but yeah, you just kick him. Otherwise, he just parries and just starts stabbing away at you. It's really annoying. Come on, buddy. Oh, I thought I was really behind him. I wasn't holding guard or anything. Weird. Alright, so here's where I might die. I'm gonna pop an Estus just in case. But yeah, that's a Black Knight. They're kind of mini-bosses in this area. And they do a lot of damage. Yeah. Okay, I got that right. guess I don't trust myself. Every single time it's just like a small panic attack. Because if he hits me, I just get comboed to death. Alright. That's it? Yep. Let's see, what did you drop, buddy? Just a Titanite chunk. Ah, that's fine. I was hoping he'd drop the weapon, but... oh well. They usually don't respawn until like the very end of the game, so I was like, well, that's that guy down. That was kind of a lucky drop, but I was not lucky this time. Alrighty. Let's say I really do like, not necessarily the Undead Asylum, but I like this first area with the Undead Burg because I think it teaches you pretty well what mostly you can expect from Dark Souls, except when it kind of breaks rules and things like that. It teaches you how to deal with ranged enemies. It teaches you how to deal with like Black Knights. I guess that'd be stronger enemies and the like. Teach you about ganks and all that kind of stuff. Like, it will happen. And teach you about things being hidden in environments sometimes with little lizards here. And in general, I think it's a very good opening level because it never really feels overwhelming, and even when you die, it doesn't feel that bad because you don't necessarily have to walk that far. And also teaches you to explore more in order to find some cool stuff, which later games that From Software have made don't tend to do, because like Bloodborne, there were really no rewards in that game. Like, occasionally you find a weapon, but most of the time it was just stuff for Chalice dungeons. Like, oh yay, I get rewarded by stuff to grind. That's fun. Just killing these guys right now. And also, teaching you about drop attacks. It goes up here, you get to see this thing where you can just drop attack over and over again. Like, that's pretty good too. And like, I remember that's the first time I fought this guy. That's what I did, because I just panicked. It's like, here we go. Ah, damn it. That was mistimed. Oh well. That happens. Yes, I mistimed that pretty badly, so I deserve that. Luckily, I don't have to fight the Black Knight again. Yep, I know. Let's go, buddy. Let's go. Oh, damn. Oh. You did see me. Alright, come on, let's go, buddy. So, another thing you could do, the whole thing with the two-handing, you can press Y to two-hand your weapons, and obviously you're getting rid of your shield, but you do a lot more damage. Arguably, I probably should have had the shield up for the tourist demon, because, like I said, I'm not playing for very long. It's probably bound to happen. It was probably just a bad idea. But, any lessons learned? I'll have my shield up this time. Come on, guys, over here. Ow. I actually wasn't expecting that. Like, he was doing a jumping attack and he fell off and immediately just reset the jumping attack. Never seen that before. Weird. So now technically, this might backfire on me. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that. I was gonna say, technically I can jump down, but if I get caught on that guy, I'm just gonna get ganked from behind and just die embarrassingly. Not in the mood for that. It's like I don't want to get caught in the doorway here. I see you, dude. What? Okay. Come on, come on. Also, another thing about this, learn your weapon's reach. And learn the enemy's weapon's reach as well. Because a lot of times, if you learn the reach as well and you have a longer range weapon, you can interrupt their attacks by just smacking them. Alright, here we go. I really do not like the longsword. I'm not blaming that for the reason I died or anything. I just don't like the way this thing handles. I really don't. Here we go. I'm gonna put this on and this just in case. Like, the reason I died is because I took an unnecessary hit, but in case I have to panic and just bring out some more damage. I forgot they did that. A little dodge that just gives them a lot of invincibility frames and just throws them 10 feet back. Like, that doesn't really happen in Dark Souls 3 and 2. Like, very rarely. I think only dogs continue to do that kind of shit. Alright, let's see. There we go. I'm just gonna put this on right now. Yeah, you see lightning does a lot more damage to this guy. I got them my defenses there. Yeah, no, lightning kind of makes a lot of things a lot easier. I think the only thing that lightning doesn't make easier is maybe the Gaping Dragon. Because, I mean, it does more damage to the Gaping Dragon, but Gaping Dragon just has so much health. It has so much obnoxious health for just no reason. Like, I get it, he's a dragon, and I don't know if the Gaping Dragon is considered one of the immortal dragons or not, but I feel like he has more health than Seath. Like, I think Gaping Dragon is descended from the immortal dragons. I don't think he counts as one of them, but yeah, I don't know. But yeah, that's the Taurus Demon Dan. I think we're going to be getting to the Undead Parish right now after we get through the Hellkite Drake up here. Hello, Solaire.
Ah, hello. I am Solaire of Astora, an adherent of the Lord of Sunlight. Now that I am undead, I have come to this great land, the birthplace of Lord Gwyn, to seek my very own son. Do you find that strange? No need to hide your reaction.
See, I think Solaire would be a much better son to Gwyn than the Nameless King. First off, we know nothing about the Nameless King. And, like, we're going to come to it in Dark Souls, but they'll talk to once we get to Anor Londo, they'll talk about how the Nameless King had his deific status rescinded, pretty much. And Solaire is going to the birthplace of Lord Gwyn to try and seek his own son. And if he was Gwyn's son, it's like, yes, he's trying to get his power back, just in general. Like, yeah. Like, now that Gwyn, he's undead now, he has nothing left to do but try and seek to get what he lost back. And it also would kind of explain why he's so dejected when he can't find it there. Like, he finds his home empty, everyone he knows gone, except Gwendolyn, I guess. And he just kind of goes crazy. That's why he ends up where he does and goes crazy. Or, it's also why, what they said, what Miyazaki said, I think it was Miyazaki at least, was like, if you save Solaire and you summon him for the final boss fight of this game, he goes to link the fire in his own world because he's the only one. He is literally the heir to that at that point. I was like, okay, I feel like that's much more thematically appropriate than the Nameless King, who has really no thematically appropriate reason to be there except just, no, it's not Solaire.
Land brimming with hol- So what do you say?
Yeah, sure, why not? I don't plan on doing any multiplayer. I have online off, by the way, because I don't want to help people, and I also don't want to deal with people. I really just don't want to right now. It's been too long for me to be trying to fight people in PvP. And I'm not going to be doing like some weird giant dad thing either. Alrighty, Hellkite Drake. This is actually relatively simple. When he does that the first time, he won't attack you. Just go down, run over here, and this unlocks the shortcut. And for anyone who might be watching this who's new to Dark Souls, that gets you the shortcut down, but never go through here. Go through there, get you through a bunch of rats, and it really isn't fun because the rats poison, all that kind of stuff. Just go here, wait for him to breathe his fire, then walk here just so you have some time, and then just wait a second. Well, he glares at the bridge menacingly, but he just gets kind of sick of going down there. Do this, run through his legs, and voila. You're at the Undead Parish. He flies away all dejected looking. And then you can kind of go off here and grab this shit. Yeah, there he goes. It's a pretty big guy. Another thing you can do is if you have a bow and arrow at this point, you can shoot his tail off. It takes like 1 billion arrows, and you probably shouldn't do it because that weapon that he gives you is very strong, but it doesn't scale. So it never really goes into late game, and there are better weapons you can get just as easily that scale better. Like you could just run down to the catacombs without risking a bonfire and get Nito's, I think it's like the Gravelord sword or whatever. The Gravelord curved sword. And that's much better. And you can get it easier, arguably. If you know where to go. Anyway, that is up to the Undead Parish. I think we'll stop for here right now, and then we'll continue on next time. But yeah, no, I really like this opening area a lot. It teaches you things about environmental hazard, teaches you how to deal with enemies in multiple configurations, teaches you that some enemies, like the Black Knight, most people will just go and die to them, and they'll teach you to recognize things by silhouettes. Because if you notice the Black Knights, they're usually turned away from you, or they're standing in ways where they're not just constantly ready for combat. Usually they're kind of just mean-mugging you. And I'm like, okay, leave those guys alone. Leave those guys alone. And even then, like, I was a little bit hesitant to fight that guy, because I'm just like, I know he can just straight up destroy me. But it went better than I thought, and I was actually able to kill him. There's another one coming up just up here, and I'm not going to fight that guy because he has one of the worst weapons I hate fighting. He could just gulf me. Oh, good God. But anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. If you liked it, please leave a comment on, tell me what I could do. Give me some pointers, things like that, constructive criticism. That is always appreciated. And yeah, if you like this, like, comment, subscribe, whatever those things those YouTubers say. And yeah, you all have a good day and have fun.